less time actually practicing. Who lets people do this? And even those who don't know how to train effectively to get results immediately and even those who do train don't know how to train effectively to get results immediately. Your training should immediately increase your production. If you're training, practicing, drilling, rehearsing, and you're not getting results, you either have the wrong data or you have the wrong program, one of the two. Before you consider the cost of training, books, seminars, videos, audio programs, downloads, workshops, online training, travel, lodging, you should calculate the immediate cost of mishandling opportunities. And I doubt one person that's listening to me right now has ever done that. I did this when I was 25. What is the cost of losing a deal? What is the cost of me missing one customer? And how about one customer a week, 4 times a month, 48 times a year? Just one customer a week. What if it's one customer a day? What if I'm not making enough phone calls? You should sit down right now, stop me, and literally calculate the cost of missing a deal. Does it cost you $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, 300, $1 million? How much money is it costing you? If you haven't done that calculation, you have no reason to invest money in books or audio programs or video or online. Why go to school if it's not costing anything not to go to school? You with me? Grant, man, I make $60,000 a year. I'm not asking you how much money you make. I'm just asking you how much money is it costing you to miss a deal? If you haven't done that calculation, there is no reason for you to invest time, energy, or resources in training. Regardless of how long you've been in sales, if you're rusty, dude, you're rusty. A dull saw, it's a saw. It's hanging there in the shop. Yeah, it'll cut a tree down, but it'll take you a lot longer to cut that tree down than is necessary. To keep that sales saw sharp, you have to spend time sharpening the sail. Sharpening the saw, right? Sales training has failed companies and individuals because it has been incorrectly implemented, not measurable, outdated, not relevant, and wasn't readily available to solve sales problems when sales people need it the most. What am I telling you that for? Sales training hasn't worked for most people because they don't do it enough. It's not available when you need it. It's not relevant. It's not updated. It's not right now. After working with individuals and companies for more than 25 years, I have found that for sales training programs to be effective, there's certain very, very important criteria that must be adhered to. Number one, it has to happen every day. If you're not going to do it every day, anything worth doing is worth doing every day. Every most valuable thing in my life, love my wife, love the kids, educate my kids, be a man of integrity, be a man of enthusiasm. Anything worth doing is worth doing every day. Eating every day, breathing. These are fairly important things. I like to do them every day. Anything worth doing is worth doing every day. And if it's not worth doing, you probably don't want to do it. Like if you're a gambler, a degenerate gambler, you probably want to not do that every day. Okay. If you're a drug addict, bad idea. Okay. The things that are bad for you, you don't want to do every day. The things that are good for you, man, do them every day. Number two, sales training should be approached with the goal to increase production, not to get smarter. I'm not trying to be the smartest guy in the room. I'm trying to be the brightest guy in the room. I don't mean smart. I mean bright. Like I'm bright. I'm interested. I'm excited. I got energy, because that's what sales is going to come down to. Not the best product and not the lowest price. Sales training should be approached with the goal to increase production. Think about how Derek Jeter, any great ball player, dude, the quarterback's not warming up on the sidelines because he wants to throw passes, okay? Or he wants to fondle a pigskin. He's doing it because he wants to win a game. Sales training should be done with one goal in mind: to become more effective, to sell another product. Sales training is done daily in order to sharpen skills for that day and make more sales. Well, Grant, I went to a sales seminar 3 months ago. Dude, so what? What are you doing today? Today, right now. What did you read today? Not yesterday. What did you listen to today? What did you practice, drill, and rehearse today? Training needs to be approached as a valuable and vital ingredient to increase production and the way to increase sales and revenue. Training should not be a penalty, but a reward. Number three, sales training must be delivered in very short segments. It should be interactive. What's short? I don't know, 2 to 5 minutes. What's short to you? I don't know. Sometimes it's 15 seconds. We created a program that you can literally get 12-second clips in video or audio. You can watch 2 minutes, 5 minutes. We were just having this conversation today. I want to give you information however you want it. I'll give you a 50-minute clip, or I can break it down into 25 2-minute clips. You watch it, consume as much as you want. Most training fails today because the segments are too long and they lose the attention of the trainee before the trainee even starts. Come on, how often do you go to YouTube and the first thing you look at is how long the video is? Or how about a movie? You want to go see a movie this weekend, your wife wants to go to the movie, and you're like, how long is it? First thing out of your mouth, how long's the movie? I don't have 3 hours. Get it? Our on-demand, interactive, web-based, cloud-based, shoot it from the stars down to your phone, your tablet, or your computer is the perfect piece of machinery for training people. Why? Because it reinforces being available at all times, 24/7, never gets sick, and it is done in very short clips, okay? 14 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute and 12 seconds. Could you do a sales meeting? Is 3 minutes too long for a sales meeting every day? How about this? A 3-minute meeting in the morning and a 3-minute meeting at 2 o'clock. Is that too long? No. It's called GardoneUniversity.com. Dude, it's sick. It's crazy. Dudas and dudesses. It is unbelievable from your tablet, from your phone, from your computer. It's interactive training site that utilizes multimedia. It's a multi-million-dollar website in order to provide you, the sales professional, with very concise, short segments specific to your problem that are focused on exact sales challenges. 4, training must be measurable and rewarded. I got to know that I'm reading something. I got to know I'm doing something. It should be rewarded. You know, my kids, I have rewards and penalties for my kids. You do certain things, you get rewards. You don't do certain things, you get penalties. That's the real world. I promise you, if you don't train enough, you're getting penalized. You read a book, you're not going to get rewarded for that. You read a book every week, you'll get rewarded for that. Okay, because it's going to change the way you think. The average CEO, it's been said, I read this article, said the average CEO reads 65 books a year. That's over 5 books a month. They're being rewarded. Training must be measurable and rewarded. Training that is not easily measurable, like any process or best practice, will always fail. If it doesn't increase production immediately, then it's either not being used or not being used enough. The correct way to set this up is to provide the user, the sales professional, with daily reminders when training is not being used. Number 5, effective sales training programs should focus 80% of the training content, time, and energy on the top people in the organization, not just the new ones. In Sell or Be Sold, I talked about don't just focus on the new ones. It doesn't mean that you would ignore the new ones. It means make sure the training addresses management, experienced salespeople, the best salespeople and the most experienced, then the mid-level experience, and then the new people, in that order. I want to go from the lowest amounts of turnover to the highest amounts of turnover. Why? If the content's truly relevant, cutting edge, if it really works, if it's really valuable, rather than just a repeat of the basic over and over stuff that you've been watching and listening to for years that hadn't changed anybody's production, then it would immediately get the attention of the most productive, top performing people in your organization. Number 6, and the last one, sales training should be made part of your day, should be accessible throughout the day, not just one time a day. All staff meetings should include training with salespeople following that up then with 2 to 4 segments in their own, so that you'd have a sales meeting and the salespeople would individually throughout the day be able to check into a site and be able to get content that's needed throughout the day. And then the sales team would then be supported with sales solutions in real time when I'm having a challenge. Can you imagine that? Look, we have the technology today. We have virtual technology today available where I can actually find out when I'm lost. Hey, I'm lost. I can find out when I'm in a grocery store whether this is a good price, or I'm at Publix and I can find out what is Walmart selling this for, right? I can do that in real time right now while I'm shopping. Why can't we do that with a salesperson that's struggling with a customer or situation? Well, now we can. Today, I'm actually able to coach an individual through a transaction. Imagine a brand new salesperson being able to be coached by a professional from day one. This combination of training that I've just laid out is like a day where you're being hydrated. The body's being hydrated with IV drips. Everywhere I go, I'm seeing the information, okay? For sales training to be effective, you need a commitment to it. You got to have a real commitment to it. Before that, you need a commitment to being successful. It must be made the first thing each day, be a continued activity daily after that, then be available during the day when you need it, and increase sales production. If it's not increasing sales production, it's either not the right training or you're not doing enough. If you think training is expensive, if you think it's expensive to actually educate people on how to sell that extra product, then you haven't actually calculated the cost of missing a transaction. My training regimen for you would be this. Number one, daily, listen to sales training programs while driving, turn your car into a library, cover topics, and basically covering topics like handling objections, generating you with ideas for calling clients, how do I follow somebody up, closing tips, and the like, so that I'm always causing you to think about what you can do that day to fill your pipeline. Avoid hype and motivational material and focus on sales-specific oriented strategies specifically. Each day, watch 2 to 4 segments visually. Okay, you're not driving your car when you do this. Maybe we'll have some technology in the future where you can drive out of one eye and I could come to you in the other eye. Watch 2 to 4 video segments per day. If you could get to 6, that would be ideal. 3, role play situations that you experience that are troublesome, that are causing you difficulty. I would especially tell you to practice on people that have money and are able to purchase. Difficult people that have very little time but lots of dough. They're difficult to handle. Decision makers, control freaks, if you will. Practice on those people because everybody else gets easier. Role play those situations each day. Number 4, use me as a personal coach during the day with our quick fix solutions at Grant Cardone, CardoneUniversity.com. I promise you it'll be worthwhile. CardoneUniversity.com. This is vital because after losing a sale, after the sale, use this to debrief so that you don't go back and make the same mistake again. Remember, who's responsible for losing a sale? Same person that paid the price. You. Chapter 21, creating a social media presence. With increasing numbers of people heading online as their first step, sometimes even their stop, to researching your company, product, and even your personal information, in many cases, actually making their purchase there, it is mandatory that you, as a professional salesperson, whether you like social media or not, you have to be present, you have to be relevant, and you have to be there. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you understand it, and promise you, if you don't have time for it, that means you don't understand it and you don't like it. You don't like it because you don't understand it. Social media is the place for you to be. Now, some of the platforms that I'm going to be talking about today won't even exist sometime in the near future. The Twitters, the Facebooks, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, the Vines. Maybe they'll be consumed by other companies. Google Plus probably won't go away. Maybe they'll be called something different. But at the end of the day, look, you have to be in this space. If you're 65 years old and you don't understand it, or you're 16 years old and you're not using it right yet except to play with your buddies, you're playing some game online, you have to learn to use, not be used by social mediums. Social media is a way for you to connect, prospect, and make yourself known as a professional salesperson so that when somebody's interested in your product, they're thinking you. This is tricky. This is very tricky because in social media, everything you read says, look, don't advertise there. That's not what they're going for. They're going for social media, not an advertising. This is a very, very tricky, very creative, and very useful platform, or it will prove to you to be a complete waste of time. As I wrote in the book, if you're not first, you're last. Obscurity, not being known, is a bigger problem than even being broke. If people don't know who you are, then they cannot do business with you. If people don't know who you are or know about your product, they won't buy from you. If people don't know who you are and they're ready to buy and can buy, then they're not going to do it. Obscurity is the single biggest problem and the number one reason every business fails. If they know you but aren't thinking about you when they go to buy that product that you represent, they will not do business with you. You have to be known. You have to be thought about. You have to be considered, and hopefully you are the one that is first in their mind and the dominating choice for your clients. Then you have a chance of selling someone. That's how you keep your pipeline full. Social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Instagram, Vine. I don't know. What are some of the other ones, Robert? Snapchat. I don't even know that. Don't use it. I said Instagram. You get the point, okay? Who knows what comes next? One day, I'm sure these names won't even exist. Some of them won't, having been replaced by others, consumed by others. But the point is, do you have to learn how to use these, okay? Regardless of what technology replaces them, the bottom line is if you're struggling with these mediums, using them and not having them use you, it is only because you've had difficulty with other stick and stones type mediums before this. Direct mail, billboards, prospecting, handouts, pamphlets. Look, Facebook is just a technological way to hand out pamphlets at the parking lot. Hey, I'm a mortgage broker here in town. It's the actor that's, trying to raise money for their show. These are just new technological mediums that can get you in more places faster. These names today are like newspaper ads of early newspapers or the first billboards. You remember billboards? I mean, I guess there was a time when the first billboard went up on the side of a road. People were like, oh my God. Oh, wow. Right? Crazy. What are they doing? You're sitting there, hiccup, hibba. What are you doing right now? You're telling your horse to pull the carriage faster. And you're like, oh, wow. They put a sign up on the side of the road. Oh, maybe I should go by it. What is that? That's a car. See, social media, except for the time it takes, is a free way, a new way, not a new way, really, a new technological way to make yourself known. The key is you have to know how to use it rather than, and I've mentioned this will be the third time, rather than being used by it. You're being used by social media right now. You're not using it. Follow me on Facebook, Gardone Success. You got to follow me there because there's no room at Grant Gardone. Okay? Follow me on Twitter. And you will learn how to use social media and not be used by it. I'm using it. It doesn't use me. I use it. I want you to flip this thing, okay? I'm not going to look at Facebook to see what other people are doing, dude. I'm going to use Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram. I'm going to use them to make sure people can't forget about me, to become the player in my space. This is the missing data from Sell to Survive. This was missing. This was asked for by hundreds and hundreds of people. Dude, tell me, in Sell or Be Sold, Grant, make sure I know how to use the social mediums the way you're using them so that I can sell more of my products and my services. Look, social media, for the most part, is very similar to walking into a bar or a party. You can mention business. You can tell people you're an insurance guy or a mortgage broker, or car salesman, or you're pitching a show, or you're in LA, so you got to talk about the show you pitched or the script writer that you are. You can mention that fact at the show, at the party, but the reality is, or in the bar, the reality is, dude, in a bar, people want to get drunk, they want to drink, they want to hang out, maybe they get laid, something good can happen. You go to a party, I want to meet somebody, I want to have fun, we're going to shoot pool, we're going to dance, we're going to. See, social media, you got to figure out how do I weave in and out? How do I come in, entertain a little bit, walk out? How do I get some interest and then take interest? How do I become interested in people, get out, get interesting? You have to be willing to get interesting, be interesting, not just be interested, but you also have to weave the other one in and be interested in them. You'll find, and I've spent the last, 4 years playing with these mediums, facebook.com/Gardone Success, and on Twitter, I'm at Grant Gardone. Probably know that already. And you're going to see me weaving in and out, being interesting and then coming back and taking interest in people. The other thing that forces you to take a position with social media is your public and or company reputation. 10 years ago, if someone wasn't satisfied with their service at the resort, the hotel, I was in New Orleans this weekend and checked out of a hotel. I'm out of here. Done. I didn't post anything on Facebook about, I hate this hotel, because it wasn't really about that. But if I did have a bad or negative experience there, it'd been very easy for me just to go on Facebook and say, boom, I hate this hotel, or giving them a review at Google. 10 years ago, someone wasn't satisfied with the service at the resort, the hotel, the car dealership, or whatever, the tropical paradise, whatever, man. Whatever the business was. You bought Cutco Nice and you hated them. Dude, but you couldn't tell anybody 10 years ago. Today, you know what you can do? You can slaughter a company. Okay, you can literally, review sites are set up for me to go and slaughter people. And trust me, people that are happy are not the people posting. Today, they're more likely to post a review online, and thousands of people, related and unrelated. The worst part is that the posted comment may not even be fair, completely emotional, not even an accurate assessment of the resort's overall service, just happened to be one wacko that was unhappy. It only takes a few bad reviews or complaints about you, your company, or your product in order for you to lose credibility in the marketplace, in order for you to lose opportunities and have a damaged perception of you and your brand. Your customers are online. You know that. It's critical you manage your online reputation in order to protect your brand, as that may be the first impression the public gets about you as an insurance agent or a mortgage broker. And you're like, yeah, Grant, that's why, I don't want too much attention because I don't want people to know about me. Ooh, that's a problem. Nobody knows about you. They won't buy from you. Now, if you get too much attention, somebody's going to criticize you and they're going to post something online about you. Now, you want to manage your reputation, and you see somebody online saying, oh, we can have those reviews removed. No. Don't ever worry about a bad review. Focus on getting thousands of great reviews and let the onesies and twosies fall by the wayside. Just Google Grant Cardone, okay? You look hard enough, you'll find some garbage on me. You'll find stuff that has no basis in reality at all. How do I handle that? I don't try to remove lies. I don't spend any time chasing lies. What I do is load up the social mediums with content that is true about me, that is right about me, that offers information to the world about me, so I control my reputation. I'm not trying to defend myself. Social mediums like Yelp, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, thousands of blogging sites, endless, what do they call it? Email blast, endless amounts of agendas have magnified the voices of clients and potential prospects for your business. Let's face it, almost anything can be posted about you or your company, regardless of the facts. Also, it's more likely that a disgruntled person is going to take the time, a hater is going to take the time to post, than a happy customer. Because the disgruntled person has so much attention tied up in what is perceived as their negative experience or exchange. No matter who you are, what your business is, how good it is, you could be Angel, you could be Mother Teresa. I'm sure I could go find some trash on MT herself. You want to create more success, man, you got to get known on social media. You got to get known everywhere, okay? Somebody going to post some hate about you, and it might be your competition. You start making waves, start making moves, the guy down the street's like, oh, I'm going to try to hurt them. Don't worry about it. It's impossible. This is an impossible avoidance. You don't want to play defense in business. You want to play offense. The only way not to get attention is to hide under a rock. And even then, one day you will be discovered. Rotten, smaller, dead, and eaten by ants. You got to get out from underneath that rock. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, the Google Pluses. With the influence of social media, those who are critical of you, maybe even those who are envious of you, and those who compete with your product, your line, your brand, can easily show up online to bash you. Good, man. That means you're actually making tracks. If you're not getting some bashing, that's because you're not present, you're not relevant, and you're obscure. I don't know who you are. Criticism, dissatisfied customers, varying opinions, opposition, even intentional and malicious brand bashing are not new challenges in business. These issues have been around since the creation of gossip and competition. Who actually gossips? Very small people. Who actually competes? Look, the great ones don't compete. They dominate. Okay? Oh, competition's so good. Not to the dominator, it's not. To the dominator, he's like, dude, I'm leaving competition for the players down there. I want to own the game. These issues have been around since the creation of gossip and competition. It is the power, accessibility, and reach of the web, whatever the web's going to be tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be called. I promise you it will be called something else, that makes social media reputation a new issue. Here's some ideas how you can manage negative, or in your case, you want a great, positive, shiny, bright, I'm the best, I'm the greatest. Number one, treat your social media reputation like your personal reputation. Handle social media attacks the same way you would a personal attack. Handle such attacks. Don't delegate this. Don't take it lightly. Hit it fast. Hit it often. Go at it quick. See if you can handle it. Nothing, as my father taught me, nothing is more important than your name and your reputation, and you should do everything to protect it. That doesn't mean I try to get people to remove everything they say about me. It does mean that I would spend more time making sure the people that love me let the world know about it. Number two, handle all negative posts as opportunities. Anytime you get a negative, don't delegate this to somebody else. Call the people yourself. Go see them yourself. Hey, man, I saw you post this thing on Facebook. I saw you post this thing in this review. Can I handle it for you? You don't have to take it down. I'm just asking you, can I handle it? Can we handle it? Can I do something for you? Handle these opportunities as fast as they happen. I talk about this in the 10X rule. Anytime you have a problem, it's an opportunity. Handle the opportunity as quickly as possible. I'm going to put it off. It gets bigger and bigger as you put it off, okay? Handle all negative posts as opportunities. All complaints, bashing, and customers' dissatisfaction should be treated as opportunities, not problems, until proven to be something else. Now, this is important, okay? The more I get known, the more I find trickles of people popping up that really hate me and don't even know me. I mean, I don't even know what they're hating on. These people don't know what I've been through, don't know what I've done. I mean, I don't even know them. And they hate. Now, I am not going to try to handle those people, okay? I'm going to handle truly dissatisfied customers. There's people that actually say things about me that have never met me, never done business with me, never given me a penny. Dude, they're just envious people. That's good. That's a good sign that you're getting attention of people that don't even know you. They're actually stopping what they do to pay attention to you, to stop what you do. Now, why would anybody do that? Because they can't start anything themselves. Look, if I can't do anything myself, create anything myself, I have to try to stop other people. See, this isn't competition. This is much lower on the food chain. The hater is never competition unless you let him be. However, a dissatisfied customer or negative post can be turned into a fan. If this is a legitimate dissatisfied customer that you could handle quickly, efficiently, with confidence, and do something to satisfy them, you could actually flip somebody that's very emotional and outspoken into somebody that's like, yay, into a cheerleader. My goal is to transform problems into wins for everyone. Number three, handle immediately. I think I've maybe suggested this already. The faster you handle it, the better off you are. The sooner you handle a complaint, the easier the complaint is, the more confident you appear, the more proactive you appear. Respond immediately, and reasonable people, higher people in the food chain will appreciate you making them a priority. You get a complaint. Hey, I just noticed something you posted, man. Can I handle that for you? Oh, wow, man, I appreciate your response. Don't respond with the intent for them to remove a post or criticism, but rather respond by addressing their concern. Wow, I saw what you posted online. I wanted to call you right away. Don't delegate this. I wanted to call you right away and see what I could do to handle it. I had no idea, by the way, that this happened. Tell me what happened. Even if you know what happened, just tell them and let them talk about it. It makes people feel good. What can I do to resolve it? Most people, when handled correctly, will then retract the post and then possibly even talk about, man, these guys are unbelievable over there. See, I want to take the problem and turn it into an opportunity. Number four, contact directly. Do not respond publicly online to something negative, as you only bring more attention to it. Like any communication, is best when handled directly in person, but then by phone or direct message or again, my preference would be in person if possible. Be careful not to suggest wrongdoing in your message, but instead let the party know, regardless of what happened, you want to handle the upset. Number 5, be proactive. The best solution to reputation management is to be on offense, not defense. Creative initiatives to collect positive posts and testimonials, even video, even better video, about you and your company, your product, your brand. Get those. Have a target to collect video content or testimonials. Like when we collect testimonials here, hey man, what'd you think about the product? Oh no, man, it's great, man. We use it all the time. You mind if I say that? It's great. I don't tell him to write it, send it to me, email it. I'm like, dude, you mind if I sign your name to that? What are you going to say, Grant? You just said it's great. It's incredible. Everybody should be on it and we use it all the time. Is that good? See, I write it for him. I post it online with his name. I don't wait for him to send it in. Why? He just told me what he wants to say about me. Don't make him work for it. Creative initiatives, proactive initiatives to collect positive posts and testimonials should be something you have a target for each month. Videos, texts, include people in blogs, have them write strategies, have them be part of your maybe you're a campaign, you're a blogger, have them be part of your write-up, bring them into your office and interview your clients, tell other people about their business. Man, there's so many creative ways you can do this. Aggressively build a positive public relations campaign about your good works, your endeavors, your contributions to the community, how you change things, how you make things better that will outweigh 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 negative posts. Call us if you want some direction on this. I'm happy to help you with it and how you can establish a strong, offensive, proactive social media reputation. The last thing is number 6, know your limitations. Look, while I believe that every complaint is an opportunity, you have to know which battles to fight, which ones to just walk away from. There's some people whose real goals are not to even complain. It's to distract you from your mission. It's to consume you, suck the life out of you, suck out your focus and your energy. These are haters, man. This is a low-level people. You don't worry about them, okay? Any more than I would worry about a squirrel when I'm hunting elephants. Oh, my God, there's a squirrel. Dude, I'm out hunting elephants, man. I'm trying to kill something big. Warren Buffett's out trying to take down $1 billion giant. He's trying to he's trying to do a $50 billion deal. You think he's going to worry about the cost of his cable this month? Don't worry about squirrels. Don't worry about screamers, okay? Stay focused on the kill, not the squirrel. You don't need to seek resolution from low-level people that are just haters. You don't need to seek them to be happy. They're vampires. There's some people who are only interested in making noise, stopping others, being negative, spewing hate. They're just envious. They're just haters. I'm going to tell you who you need to worry about, not the hater. Worry about the person that listens to the hater. Oh, man, so-and-so told me so-and-so about you. Dude, what you doing listening to them? Say, worry about the person, your friend, your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, your family member that listens to the garbage pit. Discard and don't engage the hater, the lowlife, once they prove they are only interested in being vampires. The most important thing you need to know is treat your social media reputation in the same manner you would your personal or public reputation. Dude, somebody says something about me, I'm defending it. I'm going on offense. I'm going to fight it. It's only a matter of time before someone posts negative comments about you. If you're going to get big, if you're going to write books, if you're going to do programs, if you're going to go on TV, radio, if you're going to blow your company up and go public, somebody, somewhere, someday is going to say something that just is not true. It's only a matter of time before someone, hopefully sooner or later, starts posting negative things about you, which may include exaggerations, dissatisfaction issues, even fabrication and falsehoods. It's a fact of life that to the degree you get attention, you will also get criticism. Protecting your online reputation, however, requires that you know what you do, that the public searching you out gets the right story about you and your company, and also that you show up high on this in your space, right? Make it a priority and be proactive. Lastly, the number one excuse for not using social media is not having time, as I agree that, hey, look, I'm a busy guy and I don't have a lot of time. But the reality is you don't have time to avoid this or ignore this. You don't have time to waste on social media like 99% of the other people being used by social media, but you definitely need to make time to use social medias so that you can get your reputation, your name, and your brand out. Make time, make yourself known, establish a social, strong, dominating social media reputation. I work 3 Facebook pages every day. I work 2 Twitter feeds. I work a Google account, 2 Google accounts. I can't even say Google and account at the same time together. An Instagram page, a Vine. What else do I work every day? I don't know if I had my phone here, I'd tell you. I write a blog once a week, minimum. A strategy once a week. Well, we write a blog 3 times a week. I do 2 radio shows a week currently. And I don't even know how much TV we shoot. Padow. And we leak it all out on social media. So speaking of time, on page 210, you're going to see the $250,000 sales success schedule. You're like, well, what does this have to do with social media? Well, the reason you don't have time for social media or the kids or another customer is because, look, you're not in control of time. I control time. I am the master of time. I do not use time as an excuse. Hell, time's not even there to defend itself. Man, Grant, I don't have time. Dude, if you don't have time, why are you blaming it? Now, think about that, really. So this schedule, you can make this schedule whatever you want it to be, 250 grand, 2 million. Make your schedule. This is a $250,000 prosperity schedule. I'm using 250 because less than 2% of the population on this planet makes that kind of money. And it says right underneath it, go to work to prosper, don't go to work to work. Now, this is a schedule that I've used for years, and I'm about to change it. I'll tell you at the end here how I'm going to change it. 6 a.m., I wake up. The rule is I want to wake up at least 2 hours before I need to be any place. If I need to be someplace at 8, I want to be up by 6. At that point, when I wake up in the morning, I want to write my long-term goals down. Any legal pad will do. If you followed any of my other content, you know that I'm big about writing my goals down every day. The first time I write my goals down is in the morning. Long-term goals, okay? And if you've been following me for years, you've heard these goals change as I actually share these programs. I might write today. For instance, I wrote, I am worth $1 billion. Actually it says let me just read it to you. I have $1 billion in real estate. I own 10,000 apartments plus that earn 12% a year. Okay. It's got a number of other stuff here. I've sold over 10 million books. Now these are goals. I'm waking up at 6. Legal pads by my bedside, and I'm writing it down, okay? Now, I go to bed at 6. I wake up at 6. That forces me to go to bed earlier. You're actually going to see me walk through the schedule. It's going to be 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. 6 a.m., I wake up. Rule is 2 hours before I need to be someplace. I'm going to change that at the end here. Write my long-term goals down every morning. Most people cannot do this more than 3 or 4 days. Exercise and listen to something educational while I'm working out. So if I could wake up at 6, write my goals down, boom, go straight to the gym. Now, when I'm telling you this, when I'm sharing this with you, I'm asking you to start considering how your life is set up. If you look at my life right now, I'm shooting this from Miami Beach, Florida. 2 blocks from here, less than 2 blocks from here is my home. I rent a place. I rent there, and I walk over here, I ride my bike, or I drive my car. Now, I pay a lot of money to live 2 blocks from here, and I had to coordinate the 2 together, and I had to give some things up rather than living in some other place so that I could be close, so I could pop in and out. Why would I do that? Because time is money. I want to be close. I want to be close to my action. Okay, I see people every day drive 45 minutes. We had a guy that worked here. Every day he drove 45 minutes. I'm like, dude, why do you do that? Why don't you just move down here, man? You know why he didn't move down here? Because he wasn't committed to working with us. Doesn't make any sense. Get close. Get as close as you can to power. Get as close as you can to your dreams, and get as close to people that can help you. I don't want to be far away. I don't want to be in traffic every day. I don't want to drive. There's no money in the drive. Wake up early. Man, I ain't got time. You ain't got time, dude, because you don't control time. You're not willing to give some things up. You want to schedule, make $1 million a year, make 250. If you're making 30 or 40 or 50 now, you're like, hey, my next move needs to be from 40 to 90 or 80, right? I want to make my next move. Well, how do I do that, man? You got to figure out if you believe time is money, then have a schedule that controls your time so you can get more money. 7 o'clock, I'm dressed. If I have some driving time, I'm going to turn that driving time into educational time. So this will be the second time today that I've actually started to reinforce products, training, education, information. If I'm listening to the news in my car, trust me, I am only listening to the news for one reason, so that I can make the news, so that I can post about it. Eat out. Okay? If you're eating breakfast in the morning, why would you eat at your house when you could go eat down the street? There's no money in you making breakfast. There's no money in you saving money on breakfast. I grew up in a little town called Lake Charles, Louisiana. When I got in sales, I started going to the same little eatery every morning. Okay. I did that every day for 30 days until I knew everybody in there. Every person in there. I knew every person by name. I walk in, I had my own table, man. 30 days before, they didn't even know me. 30 days later, I had my own table, man. I know everybody. Hey, Bear, what's up, man? What's up, Bergeron? Hey, man, what's up? Robbie, good to see you, blood. Okay. Hell, my food got cheap. They're giving me extra drinks. I know everybody. And you know what? I started selling everybody. When I got done with that place, then I started gravitating to other little places. Go where the money is, man. There's no money you eating breakfast at your skillet with your kids. Your kids don't even want to be with you in the morning. You know that. 7:45, get to work early. Arrive before everybody else. I don't know what time that is for you. Get there before everybody. Be the first one there. Early bird gets the worm. That will never change. Sit down, create a battle plan. Same legal pad. I might write out my battle plan. Different than my goals. What's my battle plan today? Who do I need to call? Who do I need to get in front of? Who would change my life today? Who do I have appointments with? Who do I need to follow up with? Dude, every person I can possibly call today. Sales meeting. Hey, why don't we do a little meeting? Why don't we do a little rah-rah meeting? Get everybody jacked up in the organization. Robert's helping me with this recording today. How often do we have meetings here, Robert? Every day, dog. 9:05, 9:12. Boom, 7 minutes into the deal, maybe 12 minutes into the deal, we're out of it. Just get everybody in, get everybody on the same page, get everybody focused. You got 3 people in your organization, get all 3 people together every day. Get some kind of collaboration. Because if you don't have some kind of collaboration every day, what you're going to have is collaboration. Collaboration, not to have collaboration. Collaboration, not to bring our think together and say, okay, what are we doing here? Look, this is necessary. This is vital, okay? I'm getting up early. I'm writing my goals down. I'm writing down a battle plan. I'm working out in the morning. I'm listening to some good stuff, okay? I try to dress for success, try to look, keep the edge on, looking good. You guys with the big floppy suits, man, you need to get the pants down to something a little tighter, get back to the slim cut, okay? You don't need to go for the oversized jacket anymore. It's out. You got to stay current, baby. Got to stay relative. If you're going to drive to work, make it short and make sure if it's a 40-minute drive, dude, fill it up with educational time. Turn that freaking, that chariot you're driving into a library and eat out every morning. Now, I've done all this by the time I get to the office, 7:45, and we have a sales meeting that's over with by 8 o'clock in the morning. And this is what I've done. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to create a hot list. Who can I get in front of today? Save a deal meeting. You're a salesperson. Who have I worked this week that I need help with? Who do I need to save a deal with? Okay. I'll give you one piece of data right now that will make this audio program worth millions to you. Every day, have a save a deal meeting. Who can we save a deal with? Who have we worked that yesterday, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, this week that I need help with? Save a deal. Who do I need help with? Help a deal. Who do I need somebody to make a call? Who do I need a client to call? So I'll actually have a legal pad with help. I'll have Mr. Smith, Mr. Johnson. These people need to be called, okay? This company over here, I need to call them. I need help getting a call with Intel, with TrueCar. Who knows these people that can help me get in front of this person? Massive outbound action utilizing my battle plan. Today, I am going to take massive action, tremendous amounts of activity. Okay. This is my schedule now between 8 o'clock in the morning and noon. I'm going to follow up 100% of yesterday's business. Every person I talked to yesterday, every person I emailed, every person I talked to, every person I thought about, every person that I had a idea about, pow. What up? Calling them back today. I'm going to call 5 clients regarding service updates. Hey, I noticed you've been on our program for a while now. How we doing? How's it going? Any way I can help you with service? That's 5 clients a day. I'm going to call last week's mailers, mail outs, emails, strategies, at least 5 people that we mailed out last week. I'm going to email blast, fax blast, text, whatever the next technology is, post, repost, tweet about at least 5 people, and I would prefer it to be 50 people. So between 8 o'clock in the morning, our sales meeting, and noon, dude, what am I doing? No white space on my calendar. You want to meet the devil? Do you want to meet doubt and uncertainty? Do you want to meet fear and anxiety? Have some white space on your calendar. I promise you, the devil will come meet you before you die. You want to find out if the devil's real? Just leave some white space on your calendar. Okay. You want to find out if doubt and uncertainty, you know why so many people are on prescription drugs today? Because they don't stay busy enough. Chapter 21, part 2 continues. Up next, get ready. Chapter 21. We're into part 2 now. Noon, call client list for lunch. At noon, I'm going to start picking up the phone. Hey, man, I just had something canceled. Want to do lunch with me? Call people for lunch. The more we become a technological, social medium, machine age, the more valuable this call would be. Hey, George, Grant Gardone, just had something canceled. I could be there in about 30, man. Could you meet me? No, Grant. Man, I got something planned already. Give me another call sometime. Dude, you want to build some goodwill? You want to get people think, do that call 4 or 5 times a year. You'll never even have to take the client to lunch. But in his mind or her mind, they'll be like, man, that guy's called me 5 times. Lunch out every day, at least be seen out every day. It doesn't need to be a long lunch, but look, get out in the community. Okay, now lunch is over, 1 to 5. Massive outflow. I'm back to outflow. I'm back to busy. Send mailers to 5 sold customers, emails, personal mail, handwritten mail. Post about 5 customers online. Man, these people are great. Post on their Facebook page how great they are. You can't get a client? Post about them on their page. Post about them on your page. Make sure they see it. Tweet about them. Send mailers out. Mailers, yeah, I'm talking mail, baby. I'm talking about old-fashioned. The old snail mail. Send them some. I'll use every medium possible. Okay? I use everything. Look, if I want to get someplace, I'll use a muddy road. I'll use a superhighway. I'll use a wooden bridge. I'll use the Golden Gate. You feeling me? I'll use a jet, helicopter. I'll jump out of a tree. I'll do a monkey on you. Right? You want to use them all. There is no medium more useful, better than the one that works. And this is the big problem with people that are using social media. They think it's the holy grail. Let me tell you something. A holy grail is getting in front of somebody, itch bay. The holy grail is work, grind, push, shove, commitment. I don't care if it's a road, an email, a strategy, a blog, direct mail, paper, envelopes, bullshit. I don't care if it's TV, radio. I don't care what it is, flying out of a tree. I don't care if it's an inflatable monkey, gorilla. It don't matter to me how I get to the client. Lunches, breakfast, networking. Look, I'll join a multi-level marketing company just to make sure I get to meet with all these people. You understand? I'll go to parties, man. I go to places where I don't even believe in what they believe in. That's what you got to do. You got to be out. You got to be seen. That's what your schedule's about. Now, if you're not working this schedule right now, I'm at 1 o'clock right now. If you're not working this schedule right now, no hell and no wonder why you don't have time. You don't have a schedule. Okay? What you got is the devil. The devil, man. You got to stay busy. You got to have a schedule. What the hell am I doing today? Send out 5 mailers to business contacts. Send out 5 birthday cards. Post. You know how easy it is to send somebody a birthday card today? Dude, just go on Facebook. Whose birthday is today? Boom, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. LinkedIn, I've been not talking about LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. I left them out of all these conversations. LinkedIn, happy birthday. Oh, you got a job promotion. Hey, Itch Bay, happy birthday. Hey, you got a job promotion this week. Job promotion. You got to find time during the day to do this. It's never been easier. You old timers that think this is a waste of time, it isn't a waste of time. You know, hell, there was probably a time when people said 50, 60 years ago, man, wow, we don't need a car. Let's stay with our horse and buggy. Personal visits to a client's office. You want to try to make one of those every day. Every day, a personal visit to a client. If you can't make a personal visit, call them. Hey, I could be there Wednesday. Are you going to be in town? 5 to 8. It's 5 to 8 now. I'm not home yet. My wife's like, when you getting home? Baby, when I get home, I get home. 5 to 8, handle appointments. If you're in the business of retail, you don't have the freedom to just leave, man. You working at Macy's, Nordstrom's, retailers, flower shop, FDA. I don't know what your business is. Maybe you're doing online stuff. You're paying attention to it 24 hours a day, not the 8 hours that you want to be there. Figure out your day. What are you doing between 5 and 8 at night? What are you doing at the end of the day? 8 to 10 at night, update your battle plan, go home. Be home. Be 100% with your loved ones. Carve out a couple hours a day. Carve out some hours. Avoid TV. Just throw it away, man. You don't need TV. Make a list. Anything lots of people do can't be good for you. Make a list of great contacts for next week. Like at the end of the day, I might do this. Who could change my life? Who do I need to talk to that would change my month? What customer would I get in front of that would change everything for me? Who would I have to get attention from that would be a game changer? I go from making $250,000 a year to 2.5 million. Then get some sleep, man, if you can. Okay, so this is what I want to tell you. In conclusion about my schedule, 9 o'clock at night, I'm going to sleep. 4 a.m., I want to wake up. That's the real schedule. 9 p.m., I want to go down. Anything done after 9 p.m. is a waste of time. You guys are playing Sugar Crush till 10:30 at night. Okay? 9 p.m. Dude, I want to be down. I don't want to eat one thing after 7 p.m. every night. My wife stays trim all the time. Everybody's like, how do you do that? She never eats after 7 p.m. Don't eat after 7. You'll sleep better at night. Drink a lot of water. Keep it by your bed. Keep a goal sheet, a legal pad. We're going to create these goal sheets, by the way. So you can have Grant Cardone goals 10X with a quote each day that you can write your goals on. 9 p.m. I want to be down. I'm going to a 4 a.m. schedule now. Dude, you got to be excited listening to this right now. Come on, I'm getting excited. I'm tripping myself out, okay? I'm ready to get rich, Itch Bay. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. You want it? Do you really want it? All right, professional's commitment. The professional salesperson's daily commitments. Number 1, I commit to working my plan every day. My schedule, dude, I got to commit to working my plan. Put these on your wall. Put them underneath your desk. Keep them in your wallet if you have a wallet. I commit to working my plan every day. I'm not working Fox's plan, CNBC's plan, the customer's plan. I work my plan every day. I don't work my kids' plan. I work my plan. Look, I spend 2 hours with my kids every day. 2 hours uninterrupted. I can't even do the 2 hours, okay? They don't even want to do the 2 hours. They lose interest in me after about 30 or 40 minutes. You would think if you talk to them that I spend like 5 hours a day with them. They don't even care. I get them on a bike. I ride them to school in the morning, okay? I get up early in the morning. By the time they get up, I'm up. I'm all in there. I'm up, wait, what's up? You know, I take them to Starbucks. We run down there. I bring them back. It's just me and the 2 little girls, man. By the time I get back, they're done. They're like, okay, we're done with Papa. Come home at night, I get 30 or 40 minutes with them. I'm done with them. They're done with me. I can get a good strong hour with my wife every day. 1 strong hour uninterrupted, just me and her doing something fun, talking about where we're going, what we're going to do, our dreams, our goals. My wife doesn't need more than 1 hour. She's good, man. She's good. That's 3 hours. If I spent 2 hours with my kids and 1 hour with my wife, that means I have 21 hours left. If I go to bed at 9 and wake up at 4, I got 7. So what am I down to now? I'm down from 24 to 21. less, how many hours is that? 9 p.m. till 4 a.m.? That's a lot of sleep, man. That's 7 hours of sleep a night. I can live on 7, right? So now I'm at what? 14 hours a day? 14 hours a day. Spent 3 hours with my family, 7 hours in bed. Is that right? Am I doing this right? Yeah. I got 14 hours left to do what? Grow my business. 14 hours a day. The average American works 34 hours a week. I got 14 hours, dude. I'll do more work in 3 days than he'll do all week long. You got people taking Sundays off that hadn't done hit shay all week. And they're like, yeah, but the great book says take Sundays off. Dude, that's because God created the heavens, the earth, the stars, the planets, everything, including mountains and butterflies. And then he took a freaking day off. You ain't done ick day in all month. And now you're going to take Sunday off. Come on. Let's keep it real. I mean, real. Okay. Look, commit to working your plan every day. Number 2, I commit to a can-do attitude with every customer. Can do, man. Can do, will do, no problem. You got it, whatever you want. I'm here for you, man. You got bad credit, I can help you. You want to buy it with no money down? I'm your guy, okay? You don't want to pay for 3 months? Dude, if I can make that happen, then I'm the can-do guy. I will make that happen for you. No, whatever they say, can do, will do, no problem. You got it. Can't wait to do it. You need that kind of attitude every day with every customer in every situation. And you know what? That is not easy because all these situations are different. And you're doing it every day. And you get sick of hearing people just looking, not buying. Got to think about it. No, I'm not there yet. I was just calling. No, we don't have any money. No, we're not spending any money. Dude, you got to have a can-do, crispy, jacked up, positive, crazy, insane. I know what you're thinking right now. Dude, this guy is positive. If I could just be that positive. I'm a freak, man. I want to be a freak. Don't you? You want some of that freaky money? You got to start acting freaky. You got to be positive, man. This world is filled with negative. There's no money in negative except for big pharma. They want you down and out and beat up so they can sell you a little blue or pink or white or yellow. I want to be positive. I want people actually commenting about my can-do attitude. I want people saying, dude, you like this all the time? What are you on, bro? Come on, man. I had a banker tell me the other day, man, you bipolar, man? I said, dude, I ain't bipolar. I know exactly what I'm doing, bro. Number 3, commit to doing whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Now, this was written a bit ago. If you go online and check out Whatever It Takes and my name, you're going to see a TV show being released under those names. I commit to doing whatever it takes. W-I-T. W-I-T is whatever it takes. What does it take? Whatever it takes. I don't care what I got to do. The best things that have happened to me in my life were because I was willing to do whatever it takes. The first book I wrote, there was no publisher. This book, before it was rendition to what you're listening to right now, before it won Axiom Award 2013 for Best Business Book of the Year, before 50,000 of people had bought that book, I funded the book, wrote the book, pushed the book to the marketplace. Before anybody knew about the book, knew about me, I did whatever it takes to get the book out there. So you got to really commit every day. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not going to stop. If it's a wall, I'm going through it. If I got to get a speeding ticket, then I'm going to get the speeding ticket. If I have to spend money I don't have, I'm going to invest money I don't have. Whatever it takes is not a saying. Whatever it takes is not 3 words. Whatever it takes is a way of living your life and running your business. Number 4, I commit to exceeding the expectations of the customer. Whatever the expectations of the customer are, I am going to exceed them. Okay? That does not mean a lower price. That means you exceed the expectations of the customer. That means I give people more than they would have asked for. I was recently at a hotel in New Orleans, checked out of that hotel because I wasn't having my expectations exceeded. checked into the Ritz in New Orleans, where my expectations were exceeded for 5 times the price of the other hotel. Not only was the food better, the service better, but what really exceeded my expectations was the people that I met at the Ritz. That is where the real value is. It's interesting because Ritz never talks about this being part of their excellence of service delivery. See, for me, it wasn't the great service. It wasn't the bellman that asked where I was. It wasn't the laundry getting returned on time. It wasn't the fact that my room got cleaned up, or when I called down and asked for something, it got fixed immediately. For me, how the Ritz exceeded my expectations was not the service, but in the caliber of people they brought to one location, that I could actually meet the creme de la creme, the best. So you got to figure out what that is. What's your little strategy to exceed the customer's expectations? Number 5, I commit to staying focused on what I want. What do you want? What are you going to work for? What do you want to accomplish? How can you stay focused on that? Laser beam-like focus. Now, for me, I need a lot of help staying focused, okay? It may appear that I'm not that focused. Some people that are close to me, man, that guy's all over the place. Wrong. I'm extremely focused. I just got a lot of stuff going on. And I appear to be a wild man, out of control. That might not be exactly who I am. I might be more focused than you think. And who knows, maybe I'm less focused than I actually am. But the things I want, I'm focused on. First thing to do to get focused is to make a commitment to be focused on the things you want. Number 6, I commit to taking every opportunity all the way. Now, when I'm working a transaction and I have this sheet of paper next to me, it says, hey man, I'm just reading this book right now called Sell or Be Sold. And it says, I commit to taking every opportunity all the way. If I read that every morning, then I'm going to start taking deals all the way. Did I take them all the way, or did I just tell them about my product? Did I tell them who I am, sell the company? Oh, we're great. We do the best. Here's the numbers. What do you think? Dude, take that guy all the way now. If you have not made a commitment to take people all the way, then you're not going to take them all the way. Make a commitment today. Make that be your commitment. The professional salesperson's daily commitments. Number 6, I commit to taking every opportunity all the way, every time, every day. Number 7, I commit to following up. Number 7, I commit, got to fix that one. Number 7, I commit to following up on every opportunity. Every phone call, every email. I'm committed to following up every opportunity I'm in front of. Every opportunity needs to be followed up every day. No exception to that rule. No matter the situation, no matter how unlikely they are by, you got to get these disciplines in where every day you're a professional, you're committed, you want to take it to the next level. I'm following everybody up. Every request on social medias, every comment on YouTube, every post on Facebook, every response. You want to build that social medium? You want to build your customer base? Find the time to follow up on every, not customer, every opportunity. Number 8, I commit to being highly ethical in every area of my life. Now, this is an interesting topic, this thing of ethics, because most people, when I say ethical, they're like, oh, yeah, I'm an ethical guy, dude. I'm like, really? How ethical are you? I'm the most ethical person you know, man. Grant, I'm more ethical than you because I don't cuss. I don't use none of the cuss words. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. You're ethical. But based on whose ethics? Well, I don't steal. I don't cheat. I don't lie. All right, yeah, but okay, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. It says, well, then you got number 8 figured out. I commit to being highly ethical in every area of my life. Let me ask you something. When you don't follow up on a customer, is that ethical? When you don't pick up the phone the second it rings, is that ethical? When you don't go all the way with a customer, when you give your products away, when you sell your products for less than they're worth, is that ethical? When you don't follow up a customer that bought your product, take care of them and service them immediately and handle them, is that ethical? Okay. When you don't call and sell the second product, the third product, the fourth product, are you a good company? Are you a good person? Are you a good product? When you don't push and shove your products in the marketplace and make sure you dominate, own, and control the market, Is that ethical, man? When you go home at night, your kid says, no, I didn't sell. Papa, did you sell something today? No, son, I didn't. When you tell your kid you didn't, or you're not positive that day and you're not 100% and you didn't work your schedule and you blame time, come on, man, is that ethical? I mean, really? I'm not talking about you stealing stuff and breaking the law. I'm talking about you being ethical down to the core of who you are. Could you give more? Do you have more potential? Could you call more people, talk to more people, get in front of more people? I'm talking about being a professional salesperson here, man. I'm not talking about how long you've been doing this. Could you go to another level? Are you training, educating, reading, improving your skills? To me, that's ethical. Commit. I commit to being highly ethical in every area of my life. Number 9. I commit to making changes where necessary. Look, if you don't make a commitment to being willing to make changes, then you're not even looking at what needs to be changed. I commit to making changes where necessary. I'm constantly altering, changing, looking at where I can improve, fix things, just like I would drive in a car or a plane. Okay, I have to adjust. It doesn't mean I'm adapting or changing all the time or becoming the chameleon, but I do need to adjust when things around me move, okay? I have a road I'm going down. I need to adjust slightly in order to make sure that I'm delivering a great product. If you're not making a commitment to the willingness to change when necessary in order to suffice, grow, and own the marketplace, I commit to making changes where necessary. If you never make that commitment, you're not even going to look at what needs to be changed. Number 10, I commit to educating myself every day. Every day, I'm looking for a piece of data that can change me. That's why I'm moving my schedule to 4 o'clock right now, because I know I need to learn more about world markets, inflation, currency. These are things I don't understand yet. I don't understand how they work. I hear them and I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'm extremely not well-heeled, but I'm invested in real estate. I need to know more about real estate. I have to know where rates are going. So that means I'm going to have to get up earlier, learn that, educate myself. I commit to educating myself every day about something new. Now, if you don't have books around and audio programs to listen to and the right websites to go to get data, then you know what you're going to do? You're going to pop out your iPad or your phone, or you're going to have junk notified. You're going to have the push notification, and you're basically going to become a receiver of whatever dump. You become the dump, whatever waste CNBC, ABC, CBS, MSNBC, Fox, whatever they want to dump on you, USA Today, you become the yard. Hey, let's go dump some stuff over at G's place, you know? And oh, by the way, let's dump it like to 5 million people at one time, the Huffington Post. See what I'm saying? Look, if you don't make a decision where you're getting your data, that's why I say, man, I commit to educating myself. So be careful when you push a piece of technology that says, yeah, I accept your push notifications. Really? You don't even know what they're going to send you. Number 11. See, I want to get rich. Dude, I want financial security, not financial insecurity. You're going to make the decision to get one of them. I have to control where I'm getting my data from in order to be financially secure one day. Number 11, I commit to training every day. I got to make a little time every day. I don't care if it's my body, my mind, my body and my mind. I just got back from a trip. I was 2 months, every single day. I made training a priority for 2 months. Why? I want new information. I want this is fuel for me. It gets me excited about my life and my career when maybe I'm losing excitement for my business and my career, my marriage. I want to get new input. I want to take the time. I want to do the things other people won't do. People are forced to go to school for 15 years. So they go to school for, 12 years. They're forced to go to school for 12 years. They do for 12 years. And then after the 12 years, maybe they go to college. They didn't want to do that either. And then as soon as they get into the workforce and actually get to start making some money, they quit learning anything. It's ridiculous. You go to Taiwan, you go to China, Dude, these people are learning Saturdays, Sundays. They're going to school freaking 10 hours, 12 hours a day. You know why? Because they got the freaking serious hustle on. They want to own the world. They want to scorch planet Earth. They want it bad. I commit to educating myself every day. You want to be different in the marketplace? You want to be a different salesperson? You want people to look at you and say, man, dude, what you got going on, dog? Every day I'm hustling. And that means every day I'm educating myself. And then every day I'm training myself. I'm drilling, rehearsing. I'm doing something. Number 12, I commit to doing the right thing. What's the right thing? I don't need a policy for this. I don't need to go check with somebody else. I don't have to call the priest. Hey, what do I do, man? Dude, do the right thing, dog. What is the right thing? See, I know what the right thing is. Do the right thing. Hey, the right thing might be to speed. It's against the law, grant to speed. No, not if I need to be someplace. I don't want to be late. I want to be early. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. What is the right thing? Do I really need to see what the regulation is, or do I need to talk to the government or have a policeman or a teacher or my parents tell me what the right thing is? The right thing is not always the right thing. What is the right thing? The right thing is to call the guy back, call him again, call him a third time, call him 5 times. If you're going to call him 15 times, call him 15 times in one day. That's the right thing. Oh, that's too aggressive. Oh, not if you're the right person and you have the right product and you have the right service. It is not wrong to make sure he gets your product, your company, and you. Commit to doing the right thing. Not the comfortable thing, the right thing. Number 13, I commit to being the most positive person I know. You either are or you aren't. Okay. Somebody in the room's got to be the most negative, and somebody in the room's going to be the most positive. We were having a meeting here 2 days ago, and I said, hey, who is the most positive person in the room today? You guys want to vote? And everybody went to 2 people. I personally disagree with the 2 people. Even the guy that won, I didn't think he was the most positive person, but that's what they thought. Doesn't matter to me. The point is, who is the most positive person in the room? Who's the tallest person? Who's the prettiest person? Who's the richest person? Who's the most spiritual person? Who in the room has the most integrity? Let me tell you something, dude. Just decide you're going to be the most positive person in the room. And I promise you, you will make more sales. Number 14, I commit to quit making excuses and just make it happen. No more excuses. In the 10X rule, there's an entire chapter on excuses. You should know every one of them. These are the excuses people use every day not to have the life they want, and then make excuses for not having the life they want. I commit to quit making excuses of any kind. I don't have time. Number 1 most often used excuse in the world is I don't have time. The average American reads 1 book a year. His excuse is, guess what? Don't have any time. Dude, you don't have any time because you don't read. Day, I commit to quit making excuses and just make it happen. There's no excuses for not making a deal. No money, no credit, not going to buy, the manufacturer, the economy, the president, the Congress, the Senate, my manager. Wow, please, you're killing me, man. I commit to quit making excuses. Let your kids know it. No excuses in this household. Let your wife know it or your husband know it. No excuses here. Number 15. I commit to making my dreams come true because of my actions. What are your dreams? What do you want? Why do you go to work every day? I commit to making my dreams a reality, to make them come true because of my actions, not because I pray or wish or hope or cross my fingers or believe in some voodoo. Dude, I'm doing something about my dreams every day. The professional salesperson's commitment, daily commitment, are 15. They're right here. Look at them every day. Do you want your dreams to come true? Is there anything you would change on here? Maybe there's some commitments you need to make. Maybe there's something you would change or add. I built this for you. Take a look at it every day. It'll help you. It takes what? 4 minutes to read through this. Make a commitment and a daily commitment. The 10 commandments of sales. Commandment 1, be proud, be positive. Dress like you're proud, act like you're proud, and be the most positive person you will ever meet and definitely the most positive person anyone else, your customers, or the people you work with will ever meet. Commandment 2, dress for sales success. You need to be the best dressed person in the room. People need to comment on your clothes. Grant, I don't have any money. You spend money on your clothes. Spend money on a haircut. Spend money on looking sharp. People will notice it. It doesn't mean you're trendy. It means you look good, but it also doesn't mean you got a suit that's 5 or 6 or 7 years old. And there's a lot of salespeople walking around out there that are not spending enough money on looking great. Number 3, commandment number 3, see the sale. See the sale. You have to see the sale before anyone else sees the sale. I don't need the customer to see the sale. You need to see the sale. Customers don't make sales. Salespeople make sales. If you leave it up to a customer to make a sale, nothing will happen. Ask yourself this question. How many times have you gone into a sale and didn't see it first? If you don't see it, they won't see it. See the sale. If you can't see it happen, it will not happen. You must see the sale before it actually takes place. It's like the guy playing baseball. He's got to see the hit. Remember Babe Ruth? Yeah, right out there. I don't know if that's folk or truth or myth or whatever, but I know this. I wanted a TV show. I had to see the TV show before anybody else would. You have to know that you get the sale done. You have to know you can get the customer done. You have to see the customer with your product and see the customer owning your product, using your product, going to a register, paying you. Look, if you don't see it, it won't happen. Sales commandment number 4, be sold on your offer. This is the most important of all sales. If you can't make this sale, you won't make. If you can't make this sale, you won't make many of the ones that pay you. I know salespeople who sell products, they don't even own the product. This is crazy, man. You have to be sold on your product and your offer. If you're really sold on it, okay? Like this book. If I'm really sold on this book, I would actually go back and read this book again, not read it once. There's books that I've read 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I love the book. I'm going to go back and read the book again. Why? Because I forget the material in the book. I wrote this book and forgot the material in it. I wrote the one we're talking about today, dude. I forgot the material, how sick it is in this book. You're selling a product and you don't even own it? Come on, what is that? You know, you got selling Kangen machines. They're $4,000. They convert tap water into alkaline water. You don't even own a machine yourself. What are you, a freaking hypocrite, a liar? You guys sell Visalis. You don't use your own product? What's wrong with you? You guys that are multi-level marketing companies like New Skin, you don't even use your New Skin product? Come on, you kidding me? You're at Market America. You don't buy your own products from your own self? Crazy. You're selling Cuba drinks. You work at the Boss Company and you don't buy Boss suits? And would you buy them if you didn't get a discount? Would you buy them at retail? Would you buy them at full price? You guys that sell warranties for car dealerships, you don't even buy your own warranty? What's wrong with you? Be sold on your offer. So sold on your offer in commandment 4 that you buy your own product, own your own product, so you can tell a customer what? Dude, I own it. I bought it. It's worth it. Do it. How can you do what you would not allow yourself to do? How can you sell somebody else on what you haven't done? Each week, I write a list of reasons people should own my products. Every Monday, we come into my office and say, why should people own our products? Why should people buy from us? Why should people do business with us? Who's having success with our programs? I'm trying to sell me on me. Commandment 4, be sold on your offer. Stay sold on your offer and keep selling yourself on your offer. Commandment number 5, know your value proposition. Your value proposition most often has nothing to do with your product and definitely doesn't have much to do with your price in most cases. What do you bring to the table that sets you and your proposal, your situation apart from others? Find out what that is of value. Today I was out looking at condos here in Miami. Lady shows me 5 condos. She never sold herself. She dressed successful. She appeared to be proud and positive. I know for sure she missed commandment 3. She doesn't see the sale happening. She thinks she's going to have to show me a bunch of product, has no concept that maybe the first one she could shut me down on. She's not sold on her offer because she doesn't own product in that building. In fact, she doesn't own any product here in Miami. And she doesn't know her value proposition. Her value proposition is not the unit. What is her value proposition? What is your value proposition? How are you different than the competition? How is your product different? How is your company different? What do you offer that no one else offers? Do you know? If you don't know, if you can't tell me right now what your value proposition is, I assure you, you can't sell it. Commandment number 6, always, always, always agree with the client. No, that's not the customer's always right. That's different. Always, always, always agree with the client. Doesn't mean they're right. Even when they're wrong, agree with them. You're late. You're right. I apologize. Your price is too high. I agree with you. You're right. You're too short. Oh, man, I've known that longer than you have. See, when you have something, when a customer objects or disagrees or complains about a product or the way you handled something or some situation, the best thing to do, the best way to make that go away is not to disagree, not to make them wrong, but to make them right, even if it's not true. I know it seems complicated. Just agree. You're right. I agree with you. Dental implant, $15,000. That's a lot of money. Oh, man, I hear it every day. Hear it every day. Hear it from every person. Every person that gets their teeth fixed complains about the price. Now, how did you want to handle this? Visa or MasterCard? See, just because you agree with them doesn't mean you change it. Now, this is a very tricky thing that most people don't get because they never make it one of their commandments. One of those things, those always. See, if you don't have some always, some commandments, you're going to end up with a bunch of nevers. I want to tweet that out to @GrantCardone. If you don't have always, you end up with nevers. Always, always agree with the customer. Objection, disagreement, handling a disagreement, agree. Even if the customer's wrong, there's no value by you telling them you're wrong. Always, always, always agree with your client. You're right. I agree with you. I'm with you. I knew that before you did. Look, it's often better just to acknowledge your client and agree with them than it is to try to change their mind about something. I agree with you, in many cases, is enough. Commandment number 7, super freak your demonstration presentation. Make sure that your presentation, your demonstration is twice the value of the product. If you're showing a $12 million condo, make sure you present it like it's $25 million. Now, you guys in real estate, I got to tell you, you're awful at this. Okay. You're awful at 2 things in real estate. Number 1, finding out what I want, why I want it, why I'd buy it, how I've bought other stuff, wants and needs. Remember that step? And you're awful at presentations. You guys show so many houses to you. You've been through it 17 times. Maybe you showed it 37 times. You hate the house now. You know everything wrong about this house. So what? Sell it, baby. Sell it. Tell me why you love it. Tell me why it's great. Tell me why it's incredible. You need to super freak that presentation. Don't show me hurricane windows, man. Slap those hurricane windows. Let me see them not break. No one spends $200,000 on something that's worth $200,000, and nobody spends $12 million because they think it's worth $12 million. The guy that spends $12 million on a condo thinks it's worth more than $12 million. The only reason to spend $200,000, $300,000, $100, $30, or $12 million is because I believe that I'm getting something. There's something of value, some problem being solved that's worth more than the money that I'm given to have that thing super freak your presentation. If you can't say right now you're a super freak when you present your product, then you're not super freaking your presentation. Commandment number 8, be time efficient, be conscious and aware of time. The buyer of the 21st century, the 22nd century. When you're watching this in the year 2414, your buyer will be sensitive to time. I mean, unless we're in some kind of freak out golden age where nobody's worried about anything, I guarantee you, people are going to be like, hey, man, let's go, let's go, let's go. My goal is to do as much selling I can in the shortest period of time possible to make the most powerful possible impact I can in the shortest time possible, whether it's on the phone, in an email, or in person. Shortcutting will only cost you time. I'm not taking shortcuts. I'm trying to compact everything to be efficient in a shorter period of time. Spending more time with your client will not ensure a sale. It will not cause the buyer to be more loyal to you. It will actually cause the buyer to say, I want to avoid that guy. He wastes my time. Look, I know people like this. No, I don't want to see that guy. I don't want him to come to my office. I can't spend time with him because he always does this. I just got rid of a lawyer because the person spends too much time. It's not because they charge me too much per hour. It's because I had to talk to him too long to explain one thing to him. It had nothing to do with the money. I, in fact, hired another lawyer that is double the money, but I feel like is more efficient. Not with money, but with my time. Spending more time with your client will not ensure a sale, but in fact will negatively, you must understand this. Time is negatively impacting two big things, your closing ratios and your profit margins. I can prove to you that spending more time with people will actually generate fewer clients, fewer sales, and lower margins. Spending quality time and knowing what your buyer values will save all parties time. It will increase your closing ratio and increase your margins. Commandment number 9, assume the close. Always assume the close. Always know. Remember back to see the close? Now we want to see the sale. Now we want to assume the close. Follow me. I'll show you how easy it is to do business here. Come on inside. Let me get you some numbers. Let me show you what it would cost to own this watch. Let me show you what the terms would look like. Let me show you what it looks like by doing business with our bank. If there aren't any other reasons for taking the next logical step, if there aren't any reasons that would stop you from doing this, sit down. Let's figure it out. Oh, you sound so salesy. Really? I sound so salesy. Guess what? I'm a sales person. I'm a professional that wants to be paid, that would like to be paid. So that when I go home tonight, my little girl says, Papa, did you sell something today? Sure did, baby. Sure did. We're going to Disneyland, little chick. If there aren't any other reasons for taking your next logical step, follow me. These are ways to do this. Make it difficult for the buyer to say no to you. Just move forward. Follow me. Come on inside. Sign here. Park here. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Come on inside. Let me show you how easy it is to own. These are powerful phrases of a salesperson that assumes ownership, assumes the close, and goes for it. Commandment number 10 from Moses of sales. Grant Cardone on Sell or Be Sold. Are you paying attention? Commandment number 10. Always persist in the close and ask one more time. Be the most important and hardest commandment of your lifetime. Always persist in the close and ask one more time. Until a transaction is closed, you have provided no value to your client. None. You must assume this position. Until you close a transaction, you have provided zero value to your client. The chick showing me condos all over Miami has not provided me with value. I could go do that online by myself. In fact, I left today and said, hey, I could have looked at all this stuff online. She does not provide me with value until she insists on me buying something for her. That way I can move out of the one I'm in, move into the one she showed me, and I'm happy now. That's when she provides me with value. She should persist in the close until I close or ask again. Most salespeople never attempt to close one time. You're listening to Grant Cardone, Sell or Be Sold. Most salespeople, most professional salespeople, most experienced salespeople that are professionals and have been doing this successfully, imagine this, never ask for the close one time. And then if you don't ask one time, how can you persist and ask a second time, a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time, a sixth time? If you could learn this one thing, this one commandment, always persist in the close and ask one more time. Sign here. Oh, we're not doing it today. I understand you're not doing it today. Let's do it anyway. Sign here. Oh, man, you sounded pushy. You sound like a slammer. Are you pressuring people? Yep, be happy to. I absolutely will pressure the customer. Ask one more time. Let's do this. Are you the right person? Sell or be sold. You got customers right now. Be honest. Have you ever had a customer convince you not to close a deal? Sure you have. And then they left there and went and paid more money with somebody less dedicated. Always ask one more time. You're listening to Sell or Be Sold. This is Grant Cardone. Tweet me on Twitter at Grant Cardone. Share this with your friends. Sell or be sold. Share the commandments. Be great. Hey, welcome back to Sell or Be Sold with Grant Cardone. Hey, we're going to get you excited now. I'm shooting this from my studio in Miami Beach, Florida. Chapter 22, Quick Tips to Conquer the Biggest Challenges You Will Face in Selling. Look, I know what they are. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm telling you the exact challenges you're going to face as a new person, the challenges you'll face as an experienced person, so that you can know where the roadblocks are. You can look forward and say, okay, these are coming, because they're going to come. Salespeople were surveyed to discover, as a result of this book and many of the other programs that I've done over the last 25 years, were surveyed to discover what their biggest challenges were in selling. Their top answers have been compiled in this chapter. Whether one of these is an issue for you or not, or ever becomes one, you might be interested in what others suggest their challenges have been and might have been, and my brief thoughts, if I can keep it brief, might be to handling them. The first one is rejection. Look, everybody knows that sales, business, entrepreneurship comes with rejection. Rejection is not a salesperson's issue. That's right. I just told you that rejection is actually not confined to sales. It is part of the human condition. This is what you have to do, rework your thinking. It's part of the human condition. Rejection is just part of being on this planet. A guy once told me, man, I couldn't be in sales because I don't like rejection. I'm like, bro, you need to check off of planet Earth. Like literally, you got to figure out how to detach from gravity, because planet Earth is about people telling you no. Rejection is part of the human condition and an experience or an illusion. It's an illusion created by the person experiencing it. If you don't like rejection, well, that just makes you more normal. I mean, who would? Who would be like, dude, I love rejection. I like being told no. It makes me excited. You're psychotic. If you don't like rejection, that just makes you a normal person. I don't want you to think about, oh, you're weak or insecure or you can't handle it or you're not made out for sales because you don't like rejection. Nobody does. I've never met anyone who likes rejection. I've never met anybody like, oh, yeah, I dig it. I like being told no. I'd much rather people just say, yeah, I'll buy it. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that sounds right to me, but that's not the real world. Also, if you think you can avoid rejection, again, folks, you're on the wrong planet. Gravity, by its very nature, is a form of rejection. Otherwise, we'd all be flying around, which we should be, right? It's the fact that gravity holds you down. You might see that as a positive thing, but the reality is, man, just imagine if it was just half the amount of gravity, you could just like jump around. You wouldn't even need automobiles or planes. Look, if there's something you want and you ask someone to help you with it, and that person then declines you, gravity, then you experience rejection. So you either walk away disappointed, rejected, sad, or you see my 4-year-old, she gets all disappointed. I was negotiating with her last night. I didn't give her, we were trading. I was trying to, hey, Papa, give me some gum. I said, baby, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you all my gum if you give me 2 packs of gum. I was negotiating. I'm trying to teach her. And then when we started playing the game, she started crying because she didn't get what she wanted. I don't know where she learned that from. I didn't teach her how to cry. She's not watching her mom and daddy walk around crying all the time every time they don't get what they want. She immediately didn't get what she wanted, felt rejected, uses emotions to try to handle the situation. So look, when you get told no, you either walk away disappointed, rejected, or sad, or you could dig in, not dig in too deep, and figure out how to get that person that just told you no to support what it is you want. Now, this is a skill that you have to develop. This is going to come from training, practicing, drilling, rehearsing. You need to practice and drill people telling you no, rejecting you. For example, if a homeless person rejected when he gets told no, for the moment he asks for a quarter, hey, how about a quarter, man? Quarter and a cigarette. Well, what's he do? How's he handle this? He gets told no for asking for a quarter. Maybe he needs to do is change his presentation and his offer. You know, he doesn't need to change his clothes. I say this all the time. Man, a homeless guy, you would never ask a homeless guy to change his clothes or go take a bath. That's not the problem. When a rich boy asks a girl out and the girl says no, and by the way, he's rich, was he rejected? Maybe she doesn't want to go out with a rich boy. Maybe she thinks rich boys get everything they want, or my family's going to think less of me, or my brother's going to make fun of me, or somebody's going to call me a gold digger. You see, many of you think the rich boy just gets whatever he wants. But the truth is, there's a lot of good girls out there who would be like, nope, because of whatever. Was he rejected in that moment? Maybe. Maybe he just needs to change his presentation or his offer. Or maybe he needs to come off like he's not a rich guy. Maybe the rich guy, the thing that many poor people think, oh boy, if I was rich, I could get anything I wanted. Maybe not. See, in this case, I just took two extremes. One was a homeless guy, and the other was a rich guy. And they both got told no. See, I think the experience of rejection as an emotion, that's what I do. I say, is this an emotion? Is this a logical response? Should I get sad like my daughter did? Is actually what happens to a person that has low responsibility. A low responsibility level results in people getting emotional. My daughter crying means she doesn't know how to do this. So what does she do? She knows how to cry. She ran out of material. Papa said, I'll give you 13 pieces of gum. I want all of your gum, 26 pieces. She says, no, Papa, that's not fair. And I said, yeah, that's the deal. And she started crying. It's because she's not trained. So what does she do? She goes to what she knows. She cries. She makes sense of not getting what she wants. She got sold. She quit selling because she's not experienced. This happens to everybody. It's happening to you, I guarantee. You want to go to the next level, you have to learn how to handle this thing called rejection, this emotion. See, I think and I want to repeat this, I think the experience of rejection as an emotion is actually what happens with people that have low responsibility. And just because you have low responsibility doesn't make you a bad person. Because a person with high responsibility would actually say, hey, I could actually raise my responsibility higher, right? A person with low responsibility would actually take offense to me saying they have low responsibility. You get it? A person with high responsibility would say what? Yeah, I probably am lower than I should be. See, I don't get what I want. So now I'm going to feel sorry for myself. I'm going to label it rejection, even though why do we even call it that? I mean, really, why do you call it that? You don't have anything to define this as rejection, but you did say this is rejection, but you have no litmus test, no chemical test, no blood test, no urine test to say, oh, he said no, and that's rejection. You're the one that decided this is rejection. Look, ain't nothing happening to you. Remember that in the 10X rule? There's nothing happening to you. It's happening because of you. Quit acting like a victim. Change your positioning. He says, no, that didn't happen to me. It happened because of me. Man, if you could get this one point, it'd be unbelievable for you as a professional salesperson. People don't tell you no because of their position. They tell you no because of what you presented. How you handle rejection is the key. We're going to slice this off as this one CD, okay, that we're going to offer to people. Rob, make a note to Polly. This is going to be awesome for him. You can keep all this in there too. Robert, don't even worry about taking this out right here. Look, how you handle rejection is the key. Try to avoid it and you're doomed. You're done. You're finished. You're going to withdraw. You see, because the moment I say, oh, they rejected me, I'm actually pulling away from an event. If you start to think less of your product or offer after you were told no, even slightly less about your product or offer after being told no, then you're being sold on someone else's agenda, which, oh, by the way, they're probably not even completely convinced of. Grant, what are you talking about? You're driving in the car right now listening to me, or you're at your house, or you downloaded this on your phone and you weren't quite paying attention. Check it out what I'm telling you. Cat told you no about your house. You had your house on the market, and the guy says, oh, that's way overpriced. Okay, and he left. And you're sitting there in the kitchen thinking, oh, man, tell your wife, oh, wow, the house is overpriced. You're actually thinking about lowering the price. See, you're withdrawing. You've been affected emotionally by this guy's input. He sold you on his agenda. He, by the way, you don't know this, goes down the street and looks at two other houses and realizes, man, that guy Gardone, man, his house is really priced fairly. It's a nice kitchen, nice view, big garage. I love the way the master bedroom was. The kitchen was really taken care of. Man, that's really a good deal over there compared to these other two houses. See, he temporarily had something come out of his face saying your price is too high. You bought it. You feel a bit rejected. That's what rejection is. You bought it. See, when you're told no or not yet, or we bought from someone else, have you been rejected, really? You'll only feel rejection as a negative sensation, emotion, if you do not take full responsibility for your situation. You will only feel rejection as a negative sensation and emotion if you don't take full responsibility for the situation. When I'm told no, I don't equate it with rejection. What I do is I start to think, I don't think less of my product or my offer because of it. I know, oh, wow, man, I'm having this moment. He said no. I could feel rejection. See, when I'm told no, I don't equate it with that. I'm conscious and aware and responsible that could happen. I look at what I could do differently next time to earn the business. How could I be more effective next time? How could I debrief right now after the sale? With our program, Gardone University, we actually encourage salespeople. There's thousands of salespeople that use that program to debrief after a sale. I didn't make the sale. They said no. They said they needed to think about it. They went and bought from somebody else. I can actually go into the platform on my phone, my iPad, or my computer, pop in, boom, what do? Payment buyer. I got to think about it. I bought from somebody else. What can I do to debrief that situation so next time I can be better at that position? How could I be more effective? How can I turn this person into a buyer next time? No one says to you, get ready. I'm about to reject you. Okay? Bone up. I'm about to tell you no. See, you're creating this illusion. I want to sell you that you're creating this illusion that you're being rejected. Rejection is experienced by those unwilling to be responsible for the outcome. Rejection is experienced by those unwilling to be responsible for the outcome. Tweet me at Grant Gardone. That one statement right there, and I'll know you're reading the book. Rejection is experienced by those unwilling to be responsible for the outcome. Negative surroundings. This is a major area of problems for salespeople because we've heard about it thousands and thousands of times through strategies, people that follow our email strategy that we send out each week. By the way, you can get that at cardonesuccess.com. Cardonesuccess.com. You can get a weekly sales and business expansion strategy for free. And we hear salespeople constantly, what do you do about a negative environment? Being surrounded by environments that are negative will reduce, for most people, will reduce their environment. I mean, unless you're like Kanye. See, Kanye or I guess JC, these guys were like, they were propelled by their negative environments to get out. But look, if you stay in that negative environment, even once you're successful, it's going to pull you back down again. You've seen many people that were extremely creative that end up, imploding on themselves because they continue to stay around people that were vampires and negatives and bloodsuckers and creative suckers and just pull the life out of people. Your environment is going to control the success you have in your life. The ease at which people can get into sales and then, unfortunately, have low demands put on them by organizations, management, and other people. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking about people being negative. I'm talking about people just having low demands for push. This can create by itself the most serious negative environment you can have. In my book, The 10X Rule, my plates here, 10X Rule, if you ever see those rolling around Miami Beach, that'll be me. I'm saying, look, man, get around some 10X people. Get around people that demand 10 times more. The average environment, the average of surrounded by a bunch of people that are average and all saying, yeah, I'm good. I'm making enough money. Yeah, we got a nice house. Life is good. Everything's fine. I'm good. I'm golden. As opposed to being around a bunch of people. I want more. I demand more. We got to do more. We can do more. Dude, which one of those environments you want to be in? You see, you really don't even label the first one as negative. No, it's not negative. It's worse than that. It's average. See, negative, Guys walking around, I hate this and I hate that and I hate you and I hate everything. I hate the economy and I hate the president. I hate everything. I hate myself. He's easy, man. It's the average stuff. It's that average, mediocre, this middle class mentality that's everything's going to be fine if I just have a good job and I just get insurance and I just get a nice fence around the yard and and I got my dogs and I got my 2 kids and we got a good education and everything's gonna be fine. Look, all you got to do is sit in front of a TV and see that the planet's negative. It's either negative or average, and I just told you average is worse. The problem with negativity anywhere is that it is a disease and should be treated as a disease. It's contagious by its very nature. It affects everyone in the vicinity. If you've ever seen negative people at a party, dude, you could feel it. You could feel the whole side of the room go freaking contaminated. I don't need a Geiger counter to say, oh, they're contaminated over there. I know. I can sense it. I can pick it up. When you put negative people into a sales environment, it becomes destructive to your ability to stay focused. I'll guarantee you've already thought of people around you, a manager, another salesperson, maybe the person you're living with, maybe one of your kids. One of your kids is really positive and one of them's a little negative. What do you do about it, Grant? Well, first thing you need to do about it is handle your surroundings. When you put negative people into a sales environment, it's destructive to your ability to be focused, productive, effective. It's going to be counterproductive to you being able to push to new levels. Look, it'll be counterproductive to you even listening to this program because you're going to have one of your buddies, Larry. Oh, you're listening to Grant Cardone? Oh, man, you drinking the Kool-Aid, huh? Oh, yeah, you're going to do what Grant says. I know, man. This is what happened to me. When I was 25 years old, I started listening to this guy, man. I became like a proponent. I became, I don't know what the word is when somebody's learning from another person. An apprentice, dude. I was learning everything from this guy. I was sucking the data from him. I was buying it all. I wasn't drinking Kool-Aid, dude. I was swimming in it. And people would make fun of me. You like a little. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm trying to get better. That's what I'm trying to do. See, but really that comment, even though that guy would defend it and say, I was just kidding. Dude, it was negative. And it sticks to you. It'll be critical to your sales success, to your next level, to you getting the next level, that you keep your environment positive. That includes your physical environment as well as what goes on between these ears of yours and the eyes. What do you see, man? What are you sensing in your environment? What do you hear all day? This includes your physical environment as well as what goes on with what you read, what you see, what you listen to. Trust me, you will hear enough negativity from the media and your clients that you don't need to hear from people you work with and live with. The last thing you need when you're selling in sales as an entrepreneur, as somebody who wants to build their business, the last thing you need is people you work around or your family adding wood to the negativity fire. Make it known to these people that you will not tolerate negative talk. I'm looking for our no negativity sign. Maybe you can pop it off. And the other one, the only positivity allowed here. Make it known to the people around you, dude, I'm not tolerating it. It's not allowed here. It's not okay. It's not cool. Okay. Thanks, brother. So like I have these signs in my office, no negativity allowed here. It's a big red sign, red on white, like a stop sign. What's it saying? Policy, dude. Stop it. Knock it off. Not allowed here. The next sign says only positivity allowed here. I made this one up because I had a client call me and say this was actually negative. I'm like, you're being negative right now. Come on, keep it real. You're trying to be negative on my products. I had a client call me, man, your no negativity sign is negative. I said, dude, 2 negatives don't make a negative. 2 negatives, no, and negativity, or 2 negatives. You need to learn your grammar. See, 2 negatives make a positive. But since you don't like this sign, how about I make this one for you? And I'll sell you this sign. Only positivity allowed here. And then I sold him both signs. Now, both these signs should be in your office. They're good for customers. They're good for employees. They're good for family. Give these to your kids. Your 15-year-old needs these everywhere he goes because he's turned into a little, they can become terrorists. So make it known to those people you work around. I have a little wristband here where I put this wristband on, okay? Why am I doing this? Why am I a grown man with a wristband that says be positive on one side and no negativity on the other? Because I need to be surrounded. I need the people around me to see what I represent. It's going to be hard for you to be negative around me. because I'm surrounding my environment with the signs. No negativity allowed here. If you don't have something positive to say, look, go away. Go away until you do have something positive to say. How can we do it? Not how can't we do it? Negative talk or references about clients. How many sales organizations that I've been in over the last 25 years? I don't know, 10,000, 20, 15,000. I don't even know. I can't count. I can't tell you how often I hear these sales personnel and the sales management talking negatively about the customers. Guy's an idiot. He can't make sense of he can't make a decision. He always does this. They don't have any money. They don't understand. These people are ridiculous. Dude, that's your customers. That's people that are putting your kids through school. You can't talk negative about the people that are actually flowing power to you. So stop the negative talk in your environment. Stop the negative talk about your customers. Negative talk about your product line, how it's inefficient, deficient, not good enough. They didn't make enough changes. Dude, you can't afford that. You guys need to, you need to stay sold. You need to talk about how good your product is, not where it's deficient. Every product is going to have some loose point that you can find to be critical about. Negative talk about product, clients, the customers, the company, the management should immediately indicate the person that is using this is an enemy of the group. Man, Grant, you're harsh, dog. You're harsh. You're working with a guy that's saying your product is not worth what you guys sell it for. You work with somebody that says, hey, this client's an idiot. But that's an enemy of the group. Now, I'm not saying he's a malicious enemy of the group, but if he's walking around unconsciously causing problems, he's as much of a problem to your environment as the person that has malicious intent to hurt. He is an enemy to your group. Negativity is a killer. Negativity is contagious. Negativity is stopping you from getting what you want. I've heard so many guys, professional speakers, talk about, hey, I can tell you what your income, I can tell you what your net worth is. Just show me your 5 best friends. Tell me what they're worth, and that's what you're going to be worth. That is the influence of your environment. Your mom, your dad, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, brothers and sisters, the newspapers you read, the TV you watch, the radio you hear, the people you hang around, the things you hear every day are influencing the outcomes of your life. Control your environment. No negativity allowed here, okay? Only positivity. If the news ain't positive, baby, maybe you just want to change channels. Discipline. Probably the single most important factor to any success is the ability to show up day after day and do the right things after the right things, disciplined over and over and over again. This has proven to be one of the most successful actions in my life. Okay, you'll hear me say that in a number of my programs. Oh, this is the most successful thing. This is one of the most successful things that I've done. It's one of those maybe 5 or 6 things that I've put together in my life. Like right now, I'm back to 4 a.m. I'm trying to wake up at 4 a.m. I've been trying this for 4 days. It's beating me to death, okay? So I just got to keep trying. I failed every day so far. So I keep disciplining myself until I'm like, okay, I did at 4 o'clock. But each of those 4 days, I got up earlier than I did the day before. The person, company, or team that is unable to deliver disciplined action will experience ups and downs, okay? You want to be disciplined, man. I want to keep adding more to that fire all the time. Fire gets hotter. Add a little bit today, take off tomorrow. Add a little bit the next day, take off tomorrow. See, it's up and down. You're going up and down because you lack discipline. I need to use discipline. Look, the world is going to discipline you if you don't discipline yourself. You will be punished by the planet. This planet punishes people that aren't disciplined. But you show me a group of people that don't discipline themselves, and I'll show you a group of people that get hurt. In sales, lacking discipline is going to negatively impact your presentation, motivation, and your ability to predict results. We talked about predicting results early on in Sell or Be Sold. You must be able to predict results. What are they going to say? What are they going to do? How are they going to respond? What are they going to say to this? What are they going to think about it? See, you have to have discipline in order to know, hey, when am I showing up? What am I doing? How do I keep my pipeline full? How do I stay motivated? How do I do the same presentation all the time? Literally a cookie cutter presentation where I know I'm hitting point 4 every time. This allows you, the salesperson, to believe in and self-manage and get away from spotty, undisciplined activity where you're like, okay, I'm going to say this time and this time. That's a spotty presentation. You can't feel in control when you're like, if you've ever been in a sales presentation and you didn't know what you were talking about anymore, it's because you don't have discipline. Or, I'm sorry, it's because you're not practicing discipline in your presentation. The economy will discipline anyone who operates with a sense of freedom, with so much freedom that you're not willing to put discipline. If you want real freedom in your life, practice discipline. And when you go to bed at night, when you wake up, how you do a presentation, when you make a sales call, that you're saying the same thing. If you want true freedom, the people that I know that have the most freedom in their life practice the most discipline somewhere along the line. The economy will discipline anyone who operates with this sense of make-believe freedom. If you want sales success, you must exercise discipline. This is why I provided you with that schedule a couple of chapters ago, the $250,000 a year schedule. It doesn't mean, if you want to make $2 million this year, just make it the $2 million schedule, but get a schedule so you have discipline. White space on a calendar will prove to be a disaster for you, the salesperson. It's like meeting the devil. You want to meet the devil, man, just have white space for 3 or 4 hours or 3 or 4 days. Keep your schedule full. Stay busy. Always be moving forward. Stay disciplined on the little things like when you go to sleep, when you wake up, the first thing you do every day, write my goals down. When you get to work, make sure you're showing up before everybody else. How you start each day, how you finish each day, what you do at lunch. Yeah, man, have some discipline. The reason discipline is so important is that sales, there are so many random things happening. Customers are different. Questions are different. The time they come in is different. What they ask is different. Their objections are a little different. See, there's so much random stuff going on that if you could get disciplined in how you dress, pitch, present, what you say at this certain time, it's going to give you more security. You're going to be more secure, and the more secure you are, the more certain your results are. Practice discipline in any way you can. The economy. The economy is a source of concern for all sales organizations and salespeople. We've heard about this time and time again over my 30 years. I've heard about all these different economies. The economy. When times are good and people and companies are spending money, dude, it appears easier to sell. Everybody's happy. Oh, man, we're selling stuff. Oh, we're so good. Broke another record this month. When the economy gets very tight, uncertain, and even in those times where it's contracting, getting really viciously brutal, ugly, selling becomes very difficult because people are more careful with their expenditures. Your clients have credit frozen and or money, or uncertainty rises and people don't want to shop anymore, don't want to look. They make decisions not to spend money. Now, salespeople and sales organizations get punished. Notice that even in bad times, people don't quit spending money completely. It's just all the easy money gets pulled out of the marketplace. I personally achieve more during economies that are contracting. I've done more expansion in economies that contract than when economies expand, because it's time for me to use my other skills, that other development, those disciplines, my ethics, my discipline, my positive attitude stand apart better in a contracting economy. When the economy's expanding, getting bigger and easy, everybody can come in and make money. In these moments of contraction, you can't make mistakes. People make many mistakes during contracting economies because they incorrectly respond to contraction by contracting. They buy into the contraction and do less when what you should be doing is more. But people actually make mistakes in good economies because they start thinking about how good they are and they don't get honest with themselves that it's the economy pushing them up, not their efforts, not their discipline, not their skills. And people are less likely to train, prepare, practice, drill, rehearse during good times than they are in bad times. Tough economies result in contracted spending and investments, uncertainty in making decisions, tighter lending by banks, and more. This is when the professional and his skills will win the game. This is when you can actually stand out. If you're in sales long enough, you'll experience a tough economy. You'll experience stagnation. You're going to experience great economies. You're going to experience terrible, awful, like bullet in the head economies that you're going to experience it if you're in sales for any length of time at all. Be prepared for all of them. And the way to get prepared is to be prepared, not be prepared, not get prepared, but stay prepared all the time. In selling, you create your own economy. Quit thinking about the economy and start looking at your economy. How do you create your economy? In selling, and I talk about this in the book, If You're Not First, You're Last. Okay, I'm like, look, create a pipeline so big that you create your own economy. In selling, you create your own economy rather than being a participant in what everyone else has agreed upon as the economy. You get it? Hey, my economy, not the economy. So when you hear the president or Congress or the Senate talk about the economy, or the economists talk about the economy, how many economists does it take to get the economy right? You know that saying? Oh, about 78. 2 of them finally get it right. 76 were wrong. See, don't worry about the economy. Look at your economy. Guys like Steve Jobs and Mark at Facebook, Mark Z at Facebook, or the guy that created, or Henry Ford. These guys create economies. Their economy, not part of the economy. Take advantage of all types of economies. The economy, take advantage of those because you're going to experience them all and they're going to offer you tremendous opportunities. I want you to shift your thinking, though, from the economy to my economy. And my economy is going to run well in contracting or expanding economies. Competition. In my seminars, I am always going to have someone ask me, well, what do you do, Grant? What do you do, Grant? If a guy down the street sells an inferior or similar product, looks the same, but it's actually inferior, or it's the exact same product, and he's willing to sell it for less than I am. And my question always is, what about the competitor who has a superior product who is willing to sell for less than you? You want to exaggerate the situation? You feeling me? Okay. Why don't we talk about the guy down the street that's got a better product than you, superior product, and he's willing to sell it for less than you are? See, my answer to this situation is always the same. What are you doing competing? What are you doing competition? Competition suck. Man, champions dominate. They don't compete. This wristband right here says, don't compete. Dominate. You want to dominate. Why would I want to compete? Oh, Grant, competition's good. For who? Who's it good for? It's good for the customer. It's not good for you. I don't want to compete with people. I want to dominate, own the sector. Why would you compete? Don't compete. Dominate with your product. Dominate with your company. Dominate with your personality. Dominate with your offer. I want you to shift out of, oh, they got a guy down the street. He'll sell the same product for less than me. Look, if you're the difference maker, when others will forever outsell you with a cheaper price, everybody's going to have a cheaper price, cheaper product, sell it somewhere else, build it somewhere else, make it for less. There's going to be a better offer. No product. Even if you have a superior product today, no product can stay superior forever. You're like, oh, we got the best product in the marketplace. It's the best. So what? It will not stay superior forever. Sooner or later, somebody's going to knock it off. Somebody's going to create a better X. And then somebody's going to offer better X for less money and fewer sales followed by less success. That's what's going to happen. That's the cycle. In my book, The 10X Rule, I talk about competition being for sissies. That's right. Little itch bays. Sissies. Look, you don't want to compete, folks. Okay? Competition is for people that need to be affected, not for people that are in charge and trying to create effects. You want to be on the cause side, making things happen, not on, oh, I need Robert to run faster to push me. Yeah, that is one form of competition, and it can actually be healthy. But healthier than that is this. I don't need Robert to run faster. I'm going to run faster. And then when I run that fast, I don't need Robert to break a record for me to break my own records. Okay, that would be the perfect situation to be in. I know it's difficult. I know that when I get a trainer at my house and he's working out with me and he has me run a lap, and then he puts me on a clock to run a lap, to sprint a lap, right, or whatever. I know when he puts me on the clock, I actually get more out of me. He gets more out of me because he's putting me to compete against my earlier lap against that clock to beat it. Okay, that's competition. In that way, competition is healthy. But man, wouldn't you be in a better place if you're like, I don't need a clock, I don't need a coach, dude. I'm going to push myself. I'm going to push myself to the next level. Very difficult to do, but it is certainly an ideal situation. If you're tired of competing with superior products or similar products or exactly the same product for less money, then quit competing. You want to dominate your sector. If you want to know more about how to dominate your sector, get the 10X Rule book and audio. That program is magic. It is magical. It'll show you how to cover up, become omnipresent in a space, how to own, how to be a celebrity in your space, okay, so that people actually want to give you more money. Find a way to differentiate yourself. The value proposition should always be what you bring to the table. Now, if you don't know what the value proposition is, as I say that, oh, we got a better product. No, that's not the value proposition if the guy down the street's got a similar product. Can't be the value proposition, okay? I got two pieces of paper here. Which one's more valuable? They're the same. Until I tell you one of them has a line on it that's worth $10,000. Oh, wow, that's the value proposition. Now, if the things on these two pieces of paper are identical, there's no value proposition except for what? The person presenting it. I once had a man tell me, I can get the same product down the street for less money. I said, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I agree with you. First rule of selling, always, always, always agree. I'm with you. I agree with you. I understand. You're right. But sir, can I just inform you that, and you might not have known this. Certainly you didn't, or you wouldn't have just told me that. You can't buy this product exactly the way it is anywhere else. Oh, yeah, I can. I know you think you can. It's exactly the same. I know you think you can get the exact same product down the street, sir, but there's one difference. The deal down the street doesn't come with me. Tweet that, and I'll know you're reading Sell or Be Sold. In this case, you're listening to it. Product knowledge. Product knowledge. Products are changing so fast today, it's almost impossible to keep up with the product knowledge or the knowledge of the product. Whether it's the menu in the restaurant or the 38,718 products in a grocery store, that's the average number of products in any grocery store. Or maybe it's regulations on mortgages and financial products, or it's the technical advances of mass manufactured goods. Look, product knowledge is a serious challenge to salespeople, manufacturers, factories, and the owners of products. Regardless of the industry you're in or the product that you sell, there'll be advances that make your product current and appealing to your client. You need to stay in tune with what the products are. With that comes the challenge of staying in the know on these improvements. I mean, it's a big job because technology is advancing so fast, things change so fast. The only salespeople this is a problem for are those who are not committed to their profession, their sales, their products, their company. This is why commitment is so vital, man. You got to find a place to park your car. Otherwise, you just keep driving around the parking lot over and over and over again. I'm looking for a better spot. I'm looking for a better spot. You can keep looking for greener pastures, but somebody has to fertilize and cut the grass, okay? And the guy committed to his grass, committed to his lawn, committed to making it look good is going to make the most do of that lawn. Same thing with your job. Look, you're not going to know your product, how it differentiates itself, the product updates, the next line of products coming out. How can you possibly keep up with the technological advances of your product line or offering or regulations if you're not committed? The only salespeople that product knowledge actually is a problem for are those that aren't completely committed. Those who don't make time to study up, those who overestimate or believe product knowledge is actually a solution. Oh yeah, I just said it. Product knowledge will not sell your product, folks. Okay, I need to know the product. I need to know how it's different, but I have to know first and most importantly, what is it these people want this product for? If you aren't committed, however, none of this matters. If you're not committed to your job, your position, your product line, you're going to get crushed. And product knowledge will be only one of your many excuses. If you don't take time to study up, and maybe this encouragement in this short chapter is just about product knowledge. Get your game on. Know your product. Study a little bit every day. If you don't take the time to study up, you're going to lose credibility with your client first. And it's going to be painful. They'll be like, this guy don't even know what he's talking about. And credibility is everything in sales. And lastly, if you overestimate the product knowledge as a solution, you're going to be gravely disappointed. I know lots of people that know so much about the product that they can't help but tell everybody how much they know about the product and never make a sale. Look, with the advent and ease of the internet, at least 90%, probably 95%, you'd have to wonder why not 100% of all the buyers are going online today, tomorrow, and in the future, it's just going to get higher and higher, closer and closer to 100, are going to be going online to check out the next purchase or investment. What are the regulations? What is the mortgage? What is the difference? Compare it to other products before they even get to you or call you. With that comes both misinformation and accurate information. Okay, the internet is full of misinformation, outdated information, bad data, too much data going all kind of places. Okay, with all this information available comes good news and bad news, misinformation and accurate information. But the good news is your customer is still going to request information, hopefully, from you to assist them in making their final decision. Don't get bogged down in product knowledge, but do learn enough about the product to stay credible and current. And know enough about that product so that you can actually customize a value add proposition. Which sheet is more valuable? Okay. Oh, I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know what sheet's more valuable. To me, to Robert, or to you? I'd have to find out something about one of the three parties. Remember, very few buyers want to drill. Oh, yeah. Remember my example. Very few buyers actually are buying a drill. They want that drill for what? Oh, to make a hole. So I don't need to know how the drill works. I need to know it'll make a hole for me and it'll solve my problem. Follow up. Look, this has to be one of the great weaknesses of salespeople and sales organizations. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking about myself. Seems to be a problem for other people too. More often than not, when I've experienced a company or an individual, I am not followed up. Okay. You understand? When I go out to the marketplace and shop for a house, a car, clothes are terrible. I mean, nobody ever calls you back. A restaurant, they don't ever call me. Hey, thanks for coming in. The dentist's office calls me back. Thanks for coming in. How's that tooth doing? See, most of the time you're not followed up. And when I am followed up, it's only once or twice, sometimes once, sometimes left a message, never a follow-up call after that. And then after that, not long after that, I'm forgotten or written off as a waste of time. Or maybe never even put in a file. Even my company errors here with not following up enough with clients. There's thousands of customer relationship management programs called CRMs, tools that have been created with the hope of solving this problem. Look, these CRMs are only as good as the people committed to them. Doesn't matter how complicated, how simple, how easy to open, what kind of platform, a tablet, a phone. Dude, look, if your people don't know what to say, if you don't know what to say, you don't know how to talk to people, you're not committed to follow up, promise you the CRM will not do it for you. Put somebody else in charge of doing it for you and you're going to offend your customer. Some companies I know even hire telemarketers to ensure the follow-up. I know companies that pay for companies to send cookies to customers. A cookie. Come on, really? Okay. I go into a car dealership. I look at a car. They send me a cookie. Really? Come on, man. Keep it real. I could buy my own cookies. I know people that offer iPads. Okay, well, good. I don't need an iPad. Okay. What do I need? If I can afford an iPad, I probably already bought it myself. Is it good for some people? Yeah, it is. It works for some people. But what about you getting on the phone and calling more people back? What about that personal touch that can't be replaced by a cookie or an iPad? The best salespeople I know are great at follow-up. They follow up in good times, bad times. They stay connected. They stay in touch. They use creativity to keep their customers sold on them and to get their unsold customers sold on them. They get and use follow-up, creative follow-up to stay in touch with people, to get people thinking about them. Following up someone who you just sold is one thing, and it offers its own challenges. Then there's the idea of following up the unsold who bought from somebody else or hasn't bought yet. It brings its own challenges. What about the person, the company, the account manager who you know is going to buy a product in the future, hasn't bought yet, but they showed some interest, possibility, just not the right time. What do you put them? How do you keep track of all of them? Okay. Is a CRM going to do it? Reminder. Here's Joe, B-level buyer, A, B, and C. B, he's an alert status. Okay. Yellow. We use all these tricks, man. But look, you got to be committed to follow up. The tricks, the red alert, the yellow alert. Okay. Yeah, he's a B buyer, A, B, C. Look, they're gimmicks, and they're good gimmicks, and I don't mind you using them. Use whatever you can use, but you got to be committed to follow-up, and there's a lot of different follow-up. All these are follow-up opportunities. I'm bought from somebody else. I'm going to buy in the future, and they offer different challenges, and they require different sorts of creativity. I just want you to understand all follow-up is not the same. Follow-up requires an undying clarity about your purpose, staying sold on yourself, your product, your company, and committed to getting it all. Greedy. Get it all. Don't get some of it. Don't get the easy stuff. Get it all. Great follow-up requires commitment, perpetual motivation, a can-do attitude, a never-quit mentality, organizational skills, support. Hey, once you hire somebody, I can tell you right now, if you're a staff of one, you're not committed to follow-up. I need reminders. I probably need some technology to help me. I need lots of creativity. I need fortitude and persistence. Okay, you want the list again? You want to be great at follow-up? You'd have to have these things in place. Perpetual motivation, everyday motivation, sales meetings every day, video every day, audio every day, books every day, something to keep you with a can-do attitude every day, a never-quit mentality, organizational skills. Oh, yeah, I got those. Support. Yeah, where's your secretary at? Okay, where's your call center at? Where's your support system at? Reminders. Lots of creativity, ideas, fortitude, and persistence. This is why people quit, man. People quit because they never commit to seeing it all the way through. It's all an idea. I want to follow up. I want to sell a movie. Dude, you got to follow up. You got to follow up. They're not going to remember you the first call. They're not even thinking about you when you're ready to call. Even if you have a great product, you have the best movie. The movie's going to come out and make $1 billion. Some of the best movies ever made, it was turned down for 30 years. I don't know some of those examples, but I know they're out there. What is it? Rocky, dude. Rocky. Nobody believed in that movie. How many sequels did they do? 5 or 6, 7? They're going to be making Rocky movies after Stallone is dead. They're going to bring him back. They're going to pump him with that stuff and say, go get it. There's clients whom I followed up for 10 years before I ever owned their business. They're clients I now have, as I write this, that pop into my mind. I can literally think of people right now as I talk to you about this, whose business I have yet to earn. There's a group right now. I have never been able to get them. There's a book publisher right now, as I think of a publicity-held automotive company with more than 3,400 locations. There's an international production company that I tried to get their business with that I failed. Look, I still want to get in front of these people. I still want them. I still have them in my follow-up. I think about them. Even when the CRM's not reminding me, this CRM is. With follow-up, you don't know when they're finally going to come around if you're following them up. Hey, man, I just thought about you. I'm using LinkedIn now and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And I'm meeting people on Facebook from my childhood, good or bad, like it or don't like it. I got people talking about me. I'm meeting people in India because of my Twitter account. I'm meeting people in China because of my LinkedIn account, my Google Plus account, the Tumblr account, all the different possibilities now that you can use to follow people up. I could go into LinkedIn and pull up people in my profession, pull up other book writers, pull up people doing TV interviews. I can start building my network, keeping my pipeline full, and staying committed to my follow-up. Staying committed and creativity is the key to follow-up. And even more important is staying interested in a pipeline, not just the person, but a pipeline, and not forgetting about what their needs might be. So once somebody shows an interest, I need to get out of the prospecting mode and talking about the same things I talk about every day. Hey, dude, what's important to you? Because he might not be a player for your product, but know somebody perfect that is. Remember what I did with the greatest sale of my life? Remember when I talked about winning the date with my wife? That I stayed interested. I found creative ways to follow her up. I found creative ways to get in front of her. I found creative ways to stay in front of her. And now she's stuck with me for a lifetime. Organization. Keeping organized is a challenge for me because I move at least 200 miles an hour. I think that's probably slow, maybe 500 miles an hour. I mean, how fast is a thought? Come on, really? That's fast. That's way faster. Have a thought. Think about yourself getting on a plane and flying to Paris overnight, having breakfast and coming back. How fast was that thought? That's way faster than 200 miles an hour. Everybody moves at this speed. This is a speed you should move at, okay? Organization becomes difficult because the organization, I need to put this in place. That takes a lot longer than a thought. So that means I either need an organization or someone around me that can support the hurricane. And dude, it's a hurricane, okay? And if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to blow up your sales, you got to go into hurricane, tornado type, electrical storm, fast moving activity. You got to get that and get some other people to kind of pull these pieces and pick up pieces after you. This means you either need an organization or someone else picking up the pieces and organizing the past actions. Boom, I did it. That's a past action. It's done. Somebody's got to pick it up and then be there to help me with the next actions I'm going to take. Moving fast doesn't mean I wouldn't like to be organized. Okay. In fact, me moving fast doesn't mean, in fact, that I'm not organized, nor does it mean that I don't know what I'm doing or that I have some kind of disability or problem. Moving fast is what you must do. Now I need some organization to help me pick up the pieces. Look, I like order. I love order. I like things being like, if you ever see my show or anything, you'll see me